the Oklahoma newsroom, you're watching The Press Row. I'm Jenny Carlson here with Barry Trammell, and we are brought to you by Papa John's Pizza. Go online anytime and order your pizza at papajohns.com. Time for our inbox segment, your email questions here on Video. And Barry, this week it is all about the NBA Finals. What an epic finals we're seeing. Let's go to the first question from Steve. Steve says, I can't help but recall when LeBron James, in reference to a Kevin Durant box score, half-jokingly said he wished he could shoot 30 times a game. Wish granted.
Well, I remember when LeBron said that, and my response was, hey, pal, you can shoot 30 times anytime you want.
Nobody's stopping
Nobody's telling LeBron James what to do. That's a literal statement, by the way. Nobody's telling LeBron James what to do. But to his credit, he is seen in this finals with Kevin Love out, with Kyrie Irving out. He's got to shoot a lot. He's got to shoot more than 30 times a game. And we saw it 3 straight games. He's producing at historic, record-setting levels. 3 games over 40 points. So just a fantastic performance by LeBron, and Steve is right.
Yeah.
His wish is granted.
Yeah, I'm not sure LeBron James wanted his wish to be granted this way because, frankly, I have to think he would sure like to see a healthy Kyrie Irving, a healthy Kevin Love because, man, their ranks are thin. They're not even bringing a big man off the bench, as we talked on another Press Row segment. So it's really, really difficult. You have to wonder, can LeBron and the rest of these guys, not just LeBron, but can they all keep up this level of intensity for a couple more wins? If they can, they win it all. But you know, it's definitely going to be difficult. But Barry, I have probably said this before, but I'll say it again. I still can't understate how impressive what LeBron James is doing without those 2 other superstars and a roster that's basically a bunch of cast-offs from other teams. And they're 2 wins from winning the NBA Finals. It is remarkable.
It's historic.
It is. All right, back to the inbox. This one's from Heath. He says, I'm not impressed with Steve Kerr's strategy of letting LeBron score at will. I'm a big believer in pace, and the games so far have been at the Cavs' pace. Trap LeBron and force the pass.
I have to disagree with Heath. I don't think pace has been the Warriors' problem. In fact, I would argue Cleveland's playing slow, but I think Golden State's playing too fast. I think they're rushing shots. I think they're forcing passes. I think they're a very good and skilled team. They're not losing this game with Cleveland having the ball. They're losing this game because they're playing too fast on offense themselves. So I actually don't mind Kerr's strategy of letting LeBron score. They've turned him into a volume shooter, which I don't think is a bad thing. When he's the only guy that can score, you can live with him going for 40. Warriors haven't lost 107 to 104. They're losing games in the 80s and 90s. Yeah. So I don't mind Steve Kerr's strategy. I think his strategy on LeBron has been okay.
Yeah, I think the strategy that's probably more suspect is on the defensive end, as far as, you know, really matching what the Cavs are bringing defensively at all times. I think that the Warriors are going to have to figure out something offensively to combat that, because the Cavs, I mean, remember when the Thunder had all those guys hurt early in the season? I know we've all tried to block it out of our minds, but the idea was win with defense. And we saw a ton of games early in the year when the Thunder was really decimated, when they, you know, got into the fourth quarter. It was in the 60s and the 70s, and they were trying to win with defense, and they did win a few games. But that's what the Cavs have done, and that's what they've sold out to do in a way that is almost unbelievable to see, with a Warriors team that was so good in the regular season and in the first 3 rounds of the playoffs. Let's not forget they won 12 of 15 games in the first 3 rounds of the playoffs. And here they are, the Cavs have just decided, we're locking you down, and they've done it. It's been remarkable to see offensively. Steve Kerr and company are going to have to figure something out. All right, back to the inbox. This one's from Mike. Mike says, a good quote I still remember from Bill Russell: live by the jump shot, die by the jump shot. Oh, yes, against the jump shot out there.
This is a very scary thing. This is a very scary concept. But what if Charles Barkley is right? Charles has been saying for the last 4 or 5 years of Thunder contention, hey, they got to score inside. Now the Thunder, of course, went out and got Enes Kanter and can score inside, and they also didn't make the playoffs. But I think those two things are a little bit unrelated. But what if Charles is right? The Thunder actually scored more inside. They relied less on jump shots than the Warriors do.
Yeah.
And we're seeing the Warriors die by the jump shot.
Yeah.
So, you know, maybe Charles was right. I actually don't remember this quote that maybe Bill Russell said it, but maybe Bill Russell is right. The Warriors have got to get easier shots.
Yeah.
Whether they're jump shots or the best shot's an open shot. So I don't care where you're shooting it from. It needs to be open. But the Warriors need better shots.
Yeah, I think you even blogged about that, the fact that the Cavs are just getting easier shots. And, you know, there are some games you see, and, you know, even an untrained eye watching the game can see this team's getting easier shots than this team is. And more than likely, this team that gets those easy shots in bunches, that's going to be the difference. So, as I said before, offensively, the Warriors have got to figure some things out. And clearly they have the skill, the talent, whether you're talking the coaches, the players, they can do this. They can turn this thing around. Yes, it looks a little bit dire right now, having lost game 2 in the Bay Area, then losing game 3, not really looking like they were recovering at all. But Barry, they've got the talent to put this together, to get this figured out.
They're the better team.
They are.
They're the better team.
They're the better team. They're not playing better
Right.
in these playoffs, in these finals, but they are the better team. Hey, be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.